Alright, so this is Tiblio, and it's an amazing online service that helps you find the best trading opportunities. They have multiple different screeners for credit spreads, bull and bear squeezes with a lot of trading activity, option sweeps to follow large trades and big money moves, and a lot more for your different trading strategies. There's a trading board so you can log all your trades as soon as you enter. You're gonna get real-time alerts sent straight to your phone and get a good idea of your percentage of wins and losses. You're gonna get access to fast market news on any stock, and that's valuable in itself. But the best feature is the community Discord group, where you can exchange trading ideas and get guidance from the Tiblio team. So you can sign up for $34.95 a month. That's less than a tank of gas, but make sure that you sign up with my link and get your first month for 20% off. All right, so make sure you check out. If you haven't already tried out Webull, they're giving away more free stocks when you sign up and fund your account with any amount or transfer over. And you'll get $5 worth of any of these coins when you make your first crypto trade worth at least $1. So sign up with my link in the description below. Yep. Black Girl Stocks official merch is now live, so you can either scroll down and click underneath this video, or you can go over to teesprings.com. We have t-shirts, different colors, different sizes, crew necks, sweatshirts, get rich, stay rich, everything positive. You already know how we do. So go ahead, check out Black Girl Stocks official merch. Join the Black Girl Stocks Options Trading Discord group for my weekly watch list, trading strategies with entry and exit points for your trades, day trading and swing trading ideas posted throughout the day with AI technology, tips, and a community of over 300 options traders. So click the link in the description below to join today. All right. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Foxtel Digital coming to you again with Black Girl Stocks, and this is another Sunday live chat, okay, where we're just gonna come and talk about a few different stocks and options that we're looking into for next week, okay? So thank you guys for everyone joining the live. Hello. I hope that everyone is well. I hope you had an amazing, eventful trading week. We were very, very bullish on Thursday and Friday after the Fed. We had a little bit of Fed information come out this week, so it was very, very juicy. I hope that everybody got some profits this week, okay? So what's going on? We have the Trading Yoga Girl. What's going on, Trucker Z? Hi, Raphael. The Man Up. I love it. Hello. What's going on, Tira? Hold on. What am I looking for? What's going on? Hey, Jezu, KYMD20, lovely 226. Shout out to 226. Hey, Sandstone 4141. JT, what's up, Foxtel? James, what's going on, James? We are back. Looking good. Thank you. Hold on. That's not what I wanted, is it? That's fine. We'll go with it. Okay. I don't trade Forex because it's just not what I got into. Actually, I mean, the whole reason I got into trading stocks is because that's what my parents did, and so that's just kind of, I don't know, just kind of what it is. It's the stocks for me. It's the options for me. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and let's get into it. So you already know what we're going to do. You'll see down below me. If you want to talk about a stock, if you want to talk about an option, put the ticker symbol in the comment box, okay? Make sure that you guys click that thumbs up button for me too, okay? Hold up. All right, I'm gonna pin this real quick. Okay, but yeah, so in the comments, leave the ticker symbol of the stock that you want to talk about. If you want to talk about an option, even better. If you actually have the option series, that's the ticker symbol, strike price, expiration date, all of that. Let me know what you want, and we are looking into it, okay? Now, you know what we normally do. We normally start with our indexes. We start with the index, and usually we start with SPY, QQQ. Another stock that I really want to talk about today is DraftKings. Everybody on my timeline on Instagram is talking about the Saints this, who that. I went to college in New Orleans, so I'm used to all of that, okay? Xavier University, so nothing new. So I really want to look into that, okay? Let me see. Hey, Terry. Joey Beans, what's going on? Thank you so much. New subscriber, welcome to the channel, welcome to the family, okay? Showing love. Indices, please, yes. Okay, and then Jay said Adobe, so we'll look into Adobe. Hey, Sharon. Yes, we have everybody in here. You said I'm freezing a little bit. I think it's probably my internet. I need to call Spectrum. They have been failing me as far as that goes, but we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. Let me move my little fib lines here. I mean, you can kind of see I have my little fib lines set up here. Actually, we can go with that. Hold on. Let me just, ooh, okay. Now let me know in the comments what you guys think also, okay? So we're gonna start with the daily chart. We're looking at SPY here. And I mean, one thing that we can see is an overwhelming downtrend that we've been in since, oh, I can't see my dates down there, yeah. The beginning of the year. Really interesting. We have our Fibonacci set up here. And we've really been kind of touching these levels. So we had a little bit of resistance up here at our 100%. That was around 432. Drop down, we had some support around 388. Now, what was interesting, and this is what we were looking at literally most of last week, we zoomed through, we just went ahead and zoomed through, similar to what we've done here. We zoomed through that 397. And on Friday, this was kind of that thing here, that big deal. We passed above our 400 resistance, kind of peaking there. So I really want to see what happens going into next week. You can kind of see, and now let me take the fib lines off because I know it's getting a little messy. So let me get this off for you guys. Okay, so it looks a little bit more clear. And then also I have a little trend line here. So, I mean, I really want to see what we have going into next week. The trajectory that we have, I love to use my super trend indicator here. That's this red line. So we have a super trend indication around 412. It's about maybe $6 from where we are. So if we keep this momentum, you know, it could pass and possibly tap that. Tap this trend line. I think the first indication to me from the daily would be about 412. And we'll just kind of see what happens. Very interesting. We passed this resistance here, had a little bit of a dip. So we'll see. Are we going to use, and oh yeah, that's another interesting thing. I mean, that's essentially where the super trend indicator is, where our previous resistance was. So it's around that 412. So let's see what happens. Is it going to use that previous resistance as a support, or is it going to break through like it did before on the 8th of last month? And yeah, we'll just see. I'm interested to see what the market has. Let me see. We can, let me see. So just a little bit more specific though. I'm looking at the RSI on the 4-hour. It's a little bit high. So I don't know, you guys. I want to see what happens, you know. A really good indication to me is probably going to be around this 407 going into next week. So I would need to see it surpass that in a continuation of the short-term uptrend. But kind of looking at what we have going right here, I don't know. RSI is looking a little high to me. So I want to see, as far as something bearish, my entry would probably be around 402. So we have a pretty good window here. And And another interesting thing is this death cross that we had on the 6th. So a few days ago, we had a death cross. So I really want to see how it continues. Is it going to surpass this yellow line here? That's my 200 period moving average. Or is it going to rebound off of that and continue in that downtrend? So that's something interesting to look into for SPY going into next week. I mean, this is a critical point. I love this. Wow. Anyways, hey Matthew. Okay, so I said I kind of wanted to look at DraftKings. Let's just see what they have going on. Yeah, it looks about the same. It looks, pretty similar to SPY's. Not on a much smaller scale, of course, but it's looking like it's kind of in that same position. So we had some resistance around 21. We're at 17 right now. We did have a crossover, my price crossover above the moving averages here, but it's very tight right here. It's very tight. Let me see. But same thing, the RSI looks a little bit overbought. So I really want to see how we perform going into next week. You know, is it going to continue in that uptrend, or is it going to cool down a little bit? My entry for something bearish would probably be 17.15. So that's not too far off from where we are. And then of course, something bullish, I would just need to see a continuation, you know, probably into 18. But I really want to see what happens with that RSI. It's very, very, very high, but it can stay up for a while, as you see here. So very, very excited going into next week, just looking for those signals and seeing what the market has to offer. Okay, let's go to Jay. Hey Jay. Ooh, why didn't you guys tell me? I hadn't updated this. Okay, I'll do it. I'll be doing it from here. That's okay. And make sure you guys click that thumbs up button. Okay, we have 30 likes, 100 people in here. Let's get those likes up, you guys. All right, yeah, Adobe, it looks very similar. I love that we go over the indices first. Looks very similar, and it's gonna be the same. So right now, technically, going back to the daily chart, we are somewhat below my 50 period moving average. That's that white line right here. And this is going to be the 200. So it's below that. We definitely had that crossover with the EMA lines, though. So that's a short-term upwards movement. So I mean, to me, as far as it continuing in this little short-term uptrend, I mean, let me see. I mean, overall, it's been in a downtrend, but something interesting, it kind of has been in a zone. Maybe since about June. In between, we had some resistance around 440 and support around 365. So we're kind of in between that. My, let me see. So for an entry, yeah, it's looking that RSI is a little high to me. So I really want to see. For me, if I was going to be bearish on Adobe going into next week, I would really need to see it probably come down to that 387. And if you're more, depending on what your criteria is for your entry, everybody is going to be different. What I'm saying, that's just mine. You know, some people, they may want to see it cross that green line right here. This is the super trend. So that's going to be around 380. That's like almost $10 from where we are. That's a big move. Or you could say the 50 period moving average. That's this white line. So that would be 377. Or you can just do one of the EMA lines here. So that would be around 387. So it just depends on what your entry criteria is. So that's what mine would be as far as something bearish. But for bullish, I mean, I guess you could say above the previous high of last week. So it'll probably be around that 399. Just that 399, that would be cute because it closed at 394. So that gives you a little bit of room to kind of see where it's going to move. But honestly, just kind of looking at that RSI, I feel like it could cool off just a little bit and move downward. So I would be bearish but I would just want to see some of those things happen as far as the entry goes. So that is that for Adobe. Thank you, Jay. Okay. Hey, Jace. Let's get it this week. Take a look at, oh, I think my mom was telling me about that. Yes. Let me see. I mean, it all pretty much looks the same. So, I mean, looking on the daily chart, let me see. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely in a pretty good downtrend. You know, we have lower highs and lower lows. Oops. Valley. Oh my gosh. That's my old manager. I miss her. Anyways, okay, so yeah, I mean, I really want to see what happens. Okay, looking on the daily though, our RSI, you know, it looks okay. But that DMI is pretty high with the ADX value around 80. What? The ADX value is 83 on the daily chart. DMI minus is 42, DMI plus is 10. So this is definitely giving strong downtrend. I'm probably going to be looking for downtrend. Even if it does have a cute little move up, I'm still waiting for the drops. Okay, so I mean, we could possibly anticipate a you know, slight move up, but for me, I'm going to be bearish. Now this is strictly just kind of looking at this. My entry would be like 2180-ish, and that's just going to be, you know, a little bit below the support we kind of have right here. And our super trend is yeah, it's already below the super trend. So yeah, it's already there. So yeah, we'll see what happens with save. Yeah, that RSI, it looks a little, it's peaked here before. I really just want to see the MACD histogram 0.8 to 0.7, so it's a little bit of a drop, little tight right here. So yeah, I want to see, I probably would be bearish, and like I said, my entry would be around 2180. So that's what I would want to see. Yes, sir. Fight the feds, buy the stock. That's literally what the stock market has been doing. It's just been going up. Okay. Okay, we just did DraftKings. Let's do AMD. Like I said, you guys, make sure you click that thumbs up button, okay? Okay. I don't know. I feel like, okay, this AMD looks like it has a nice pattern. If you were looking at this pattern, if it did continue in this pattern, I wouldn't see it be, and that's a pretty good distance from where we are if you think about it price wise. Right now we're at $85. I could see AMD moving back to 102 if it continued in that, you know, in that pattern that it's had. The MACD, you know, the levels are rising a bit, even though it's really in the negative as far as the values, but it's moving up a little bit. The RSI, I feel like it still has some room to move upwards. I don't feel like it looks like it's severely overbought, especially in the pattern that it's had. You know, it seems to be able to move up to 70 fairly easily. And right now we're around 40. So what I would need to see though, now this is the thing, the signal for me is going to be it moving past, I mean, it's all clustered right here. You can say the 50 period moving average, you can say the super trend indicator, but it's really going to be around $90. I would really need to see, that's not the one I wanted to press, but I would really want to see it move past that super trend indicator. So it'd be around $90 as far as something bullish and it continuing in this pattern that it's had since about May. So we'll see what happens. It's looking a little high right there though when you move to that 4 hour though. So I would wait on something bullish and just kind of see, because it looks a little bit overbought on the 4 hour. So going into next week, I mean, I would, like I said, the entry is going to be around 90. I know it looks a little bit further away, and it closed pretty tight on Friday. So maybe, I mean, maybe you can look towards 80, 86, 87. That would be a good thing. But we really need high volume on the bullish side for that to move in that direction, in my opinion. It's right there on that 50 period moving average. And it did close above the EMA lines here. So I really want to see what happens. If I was going to be bearish, I'll probably have my entry probably around 81. And that's going to be where the super trend line is right there. So it'll be around 81 for AMD. So just going, yeah, that's really what I would see. But this little pattern looks like it still could have a little ways to move down. So it's very interesting when you look at different time periods. They tell you different bits of information. Yeah, New Orleans. I told you guys this, I lived in New Orleans for like 3 years. How is doing options on a Sunday? This is all just building up trading, like a little trading, not a full trading plan, but just a little setup. And you can still see the options, even though the stock market is closed, but you can still see the options that you'd want to do. Hey Dre, we did SPY. SPY was the first one that we talked about. So just rewind it. How do I feel about Tuesday's catalyst to CPI numbers? I feel like that's really going to have I feel like it's definitely going to have an effect on the market move going into next week. All of that data, that's, you know, the information that they use to gauge how the economy is. And, oh, it's September the 11th today. Wow. So yeah, it's September 11th, sending love and, you know, just good energy to everybody that's been affected or was affected on September 11th. I know we all were. But yeah, as far as the CPI data, you know how that usually goes. If it's positive, then the market usually responds well. But we'll just see. We have another Fed meeting on the 21st, and it's probably a 75% chance or more that it's definitely going to be 75 points, not going to be 50. And yeah, they're very hawkish, and they're determined to bring the interest rate, or excuse me, bring inflation down with higher interest rates. Thank you. You love the shirt. Thank you so much. I keep hearing about how a crash is coming, so I'm thinking naked calls. Yeah, I mean, it's just when you look at the market, it's still in a downtrend. So we still have, you know, some ways to go. I feel like the real move, I feel like I would really need to see it move back up to that 457. I don't feel like the bear market is going to be out or completed until that happens. And the first thing would have been that cross above the 200 period moving average, and then that what is that, 450 area. Yeah, so that's something that I would want to see. But if they're saying it's going to continue moving lower, then gosh darn it, we can move back down to those threes. It is what it is. Okay. Hey, what's going on, LJ? Kind of late, but I'm glad I'm here. Can we look? Ooh, Apple. Apple wasn't doing anything for me on the day of their event. What was that? Wednesday or Thursday? It wasn't doing a thing. Everything else was moving. SPY moving. Tesla moving. Apple, she wasn't doing anything. I went ahead and let. She eventually moved a little bit, but she just really wasn't giving me what I needed. Oh yeah, let me update this. Okay, so looking at Apple looks kind of cute. Now, one thing I do like about Apple, it looks like it's kind of at a little place right here. So it's kind of sitting right below our 50 period moving average. I don't think it crossed, no. So it's kind of sitting right there. I like that we have a lower RSI value, even though the DMI value is above the DMI plus, and we have a pretty high ADX value. I really just kind of want to see how it plays out because of how the MACD indicator looks. It's still in the red, but not terribly in the red. We could have a little move up, and the histogram values are kind of moving up. So for me, my bullish entry, and I wouldn't even really use the 50 period. I would really just want to use the super trend indicator going into next week. And that RSI, it looks like it's a little high. I don't know. I would want to see it move above the super trend indicator, so that price is going to be like 159. So I would just need to see strong volume and a close above that. So if it can hold that, then that would be good. But otherwise, you know, that uptrend could weaken. It's literally right there. If you look at this little trend that it's been in since mid August. So yeah, we've had some peaks here. Boom, boom. And so that's kind of where we are here. So I really want to see what happens going into next week with Apple. Is it going to continue in that short-term downtrend that we've been in for a little bit? So I would probably say 155 for my entry as far as that goes, because it's kind of looking real tight right here. Even looking at these volume bars, it just got a little weak to me. But something that's interesting, I mean, we were in you know, you can kind of see the DMI minus was above the DMI plus, but that sharp turn in the ADX value is kind of a good indication maybe of a possible reversal. And then that DMI plus is kind of starting to move up. So for me, I just want to keep an eye out going into next week and see, you know, who has the overall strength in the market, and are we going to continue in this downtrend, or are, you know, bulls going to have more control and move this price up past the 159 super trend, and then possibly past that 200 period moving average on the 4-hour chart. So that's going to be around 161. Yeah, that would be a good look. So we'll see what happens next week going into Apple. Okay. All right, you guys, I feel like, okay, we've been on here for like 28 minutes. I don't want to keep you guys too long tonight because I do need to get, you know, a cute watch list together for the Discord group, and finish up some reading. Been doing a lot of reading lately. So, you know, just doing all that mental health, drink your water, all of that, you know, we talk about every week. Okay. Thank you, Kenneth. All right, HPE, who was this? So probably, okay, well, I'll probably do maybe 2 more. But make sure you guys click that thumbs up button too. HPE. Now this one, I mean, this one is cute. I like this because this kind of look, what was the other stock that we were looking at that kind of had that pattern? I don't know if it was AMD, but this one kind of has a nice overbought, oversold pattern too. And if you were looking at it, it does look like it's just kind of moving out of that oversold zone. We just had a little crossover on my EMA lines here, so it's a little bit short term. So for me, if I was going to anticipate it continuing in, that little pattern that it's had, my entry is going to be probably somewhere around the 50 period moving average here. That's going to be the first one. So you kind of have 3 different entry points here. You can use the 50 period moving average, actually 4. You could just use the crossover and the candle close kind of around the EMA lines here. That's 1. You can use the 50 period moving average. That's around 1376. That's 2. The next one is going to be the super trend indicator. That's around 1420. So we have different levels here. Okay, it's levels to this. The next one is going to be that 200 period. So we would really need some strong momentum. I really like that the MACD, so kind of slightly in the negative, but it could continue moving upwards. So I really just want to see what happens going into next week for HPE. So we'll see. Yes, right there. So we would need to see a continuation, probably above that 50 period right here. So it'd probably be around 1364 for the shorter term. And then as far as something bearish, I'll probably use this candle close, probably 1311. So we're kind of in that zone. We'll see what happens going into next week for HPE. Josh said Apple calls next week. What's going on, Reg? Yeah, smash that like button, you guys. We have 82 likes. I need to get, actually, I really like to see the video at 200 likes, but I'll keep it cute tonight. I'll keep it cute. Okay. All right. Oh man, I see 3 good ones. What am I reading? I'm reading 4 different investing books right now. Because I like to read 1 chapter in each. I just kind of like to. But right now I'm reading a book on volume profile. It doesn't really have an author. I'm rereading The New Trading for a Living. I'm reading Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, and this Fibonacci book. I don't know who the author is. It's just like this little Fibonacci for beginners book. So I like to read a few different things. And then I'm trying to get back into 48 Laws of Power and How to Win Friends and Influence People. All the norms, all those good ones. Okay, all right, bet. You said so sell Monday. I would say wait to see what the market shows us for Monday. I can't tell you how the market is going to react going into next week. That's why I just kind of set these limits up. And if you see it move in a certain direction with high volume, go for it. I'm not an audio person. Audiobooks don't work for me. I don't retain information that way. I have to see it. Okay, so we've been on here for 33 minutes. I said I wanted to do like 2 more, but I see 3 really good stocks. I see Amazon, Meta. I'm not doing BBBY. They have too much stuff going on. It was a meme stock. It's not much going on with that. It's nothing. There's nothing to see here. It's nothing. Weren't they closing 200 stores or something like that? I'm not into BBBY. I'm over that. Okay, let's look. Okay, I'll do Meta and then we'll do Amazon, and then we can wrap it up for tonight, you guys. I'm pretty sure it's gonna look similar. I mean, this is a really interesting place. I mean, okay, look, so technically if this was a low, we could draw, hold on, let me see, you guys, I'm about to draw something. No, I don't think that's gonna work like that. I'm trying to see if there's like, it looks like it might be a flag pattern, but no, you're trying to, yeah, I don't think so. But I don't know, it looks pretty similar to Apple, honestly. It got really tight right here. It just had a candle close above my EMA line, my 2 EMA lines here, my 5 and my 10, so it's short-term bullish. It kind of scooted right on and used that 50-period moving average as a support pretty much all last week. So I really want to see what happens. I mean, we have a previous resistance point, and it's kind of right here. It's all right here around this area. We have resistance right here around 146. The first signal to me is probably going to be this super trend indicator right here. So that's around 138, really close to the 200-period moving average. So once it crosses that, you know, we'll just kind of see what happens with Amazon. But if it surpasses this past resistance and continues past that resistance at 170, then, you know, it does look like Amazon could be moving out of this downtrend that we've been in since January. So we'll see. We have these levels that need to be crossed. Oh yeah, since they had their split, chart is kind of weird. But yeah, you move closer to the 1 hour chart, similar to the 4 hour chart on the other stocks that we were looking at. Very much so overbought, but you know, it could have a cute little pullback, cute little cool off. You can kind of see right here, I mean, it was the RSI is very high, and you see how small of a pullback, you know, we had a few dollars, and then we continue moving upwards. So, I mean, it wouldn't be terrible to anticipate a cute little pullback. I wouldn't mind a cute little pullback right down here to this 200 period. Look, girl, we're about to have a golden cross. Hold on. What? I don't know. If this 50 period moving average right here, if that white line crosses above the yellow, then that's going to be a golden cross. And that means we could be doing something cute. So I just want to see, is next week, is Amazon going to continue in this little short-term uptrend? Maybe have a little cute pullback, maybe down to this 120, and then continue up, or would it just pull back and just drop? So those are some of the things that I would want to wait to see, because it's really, really at a great point right here. Either we're gonna you know, have this good golden cross form and continue moving up. I wouldn't mind anticipating a cute pullback, or are we just going to have strong bearish movement? The RSI is a little bit high there, and it's just going to continue moving downward. I would probably say past that 127, then yeah, it's a doozy. So yeah, that's what I would want to see for Amazon. And the last one, Meta. Meta was a mess last week. Oh, I didn't change the stock, girl. My bad. Meta was a mess. So it's a little bit tight right here because Meta, I don't know, the price has been a little tight. The movement has been a little tight here. Okay. Now you can see it's really been kind of ranging. Now I don't have the volume profile on this on Webull, but I don't know. It looks like it's moving, trying to do something here. I want to see. Now we've had some support around 157. What is that? $70. What did I buy for $70? Oh. Have you guys ever done it? He's like, what? Who did that? Oh, that was me. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, but we've had some support, like I said, around that 155-ish range, and we've had support, we've had resistance here before, even though we broke through a couple of times around this 170. So it's right there. It's right there at that resistance. I want to see how Meta moves, because it could, it could continue in that little trend, this little up and down, RSI is high. We're on the 4-hour. I want to see what happens. Is it going to peak right here? It hasn't peaked past this 180 in a little bit. So we still have some room to, to kind of see what's going on. But with this high RSI, I might be bearish going into next week. So my entry for that, I'm going to turn my phone around. My entry for that is going to be, I would want to see it, first of all, we're right here at that 200. So I want to see how it acts with that. If it passes below that, then that means it's going to pass below my short-term EMA lines here. That's going to be around 165, 167, 165. So that would be a good signal. The even better signal is right here. But the lines are together. That green line, that's the super trend. So we're following trends. Or the 50-period moving average, that white line. So, seeing it pass below that then would definitely be an indication it's continuing in that little trend that it's been in. So I want to see what happens with Meta. There's a lot going on right now. Disney CEO lays out early plan for digital future, chip equipment suppliers scheme. Yeah, and honestly, I haven't really been keeping up on a lot of the news lately, you guys, so I definitely need to get back into that. Shouts out to Seeking Alpha. Okay, Seeking Alpha is definitely one of my favorite platforms. I read their newsletter, their morning brief every morning, and that's where I get a lot of information. So make sure you guys check out Seeking Alpha. Seeking Alpha, Market Watch is cute, and I like Barron's. I like Barron's. Sometimes Barron's is kind of giving me a little Wall Street. Sometimes it's kind of dry, but I like Barron's. Okay, you guys, I think that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up. Oh wow, we got 100 likes. Okay. I'm gonna do another one. Hey J Smooth, we already did AMD. Just rewind it a little bit. I'm gonna do one more. Fred McAllen, what did he write? I need to get better. I'm trying to get better with authors. I read so many books sometimes I don't even know the author's name. I'm so embarrassed. So now I get in the habit of saying this book by this author. So that's how I remembered Mark Douglas, because I've been getting in a habit of, showing some love to the authors. They've been, put their blood, sweat, and tears into this work, and we don't even know their name. Well, I didn't, so trying to do better. Okay, let's do one more, you guys. Oh, you heard the South come out of me. Oh no. Well, I'm from Texas. Yeah, that's why I haven't been messing with Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know what's going on with them. It's too much. I'm seeing SoFi and SQ. When have you heard me say we're lit? Oxy above 200. Ooh, oh my gosh. Ooh, is that Miss Mac? Hey, Miss Mac. Okay, you guys got me lit. Okay, you're right, I do say that. Oh my gosh. Tell me about myself. Okay, let's do two more, and that's it. I want to look at Oxy, and I keep seeing this square, so I'm gonna see. Okay, let me look at Oxy, because you already know I have a few Oxy shares. So let me see what Warren is talking about over here. See, I already had my fibs up. I don't know. Oxy looks a little. I want to see. I need some strong. Now I know we had a lot of move. I don't know what happened on Friday, but that was a cute little move there. Let me move in a little bit. The price has just been so dry. See, we've had, hold on, let me back up just a little bit. I mean, overall, it's been moving up. So it's been uptrending. Now we had a little bit of a dip. This is on the 4-hour. The RSI isn't terribly high. It's around 50. So it's kind of in that mid-range. The MACD is in the negative. So that's that. DMI minus is above the DMI plus. So it's giving me negative. But I kind of want to go with that trend. I like how it's kind of using my 200 and, oh, that's what you said. It's above the 200. So it's kind of using that 200 as a support. Now for me, this might be a little bit, my first entry, I need to see it move above this 200 period. I mean, not 200, the super trend. So that's going to be around 68. And then the next signal for me would be about 69, and see if it holds above that with good volume. Then we could continue in that upward, momentum that Oxy has had. And there's a lot going on with natural gas going on overseas. I don't want to say too much. They're not playing. If you say, they won't even let me put an ad out because I had one COVID literally for not even 5 seconds and I had to clip it out. So they're not playing. I don't know if they're trying to just stop false information. People just saying a bunch of mess. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Oxy. Like I said, the bulls taking control. I would need to see it move up to that 68 plus. I need to see strong volume. It's treading on that 200. We just had that pullback, so I want to see how it moves. But looking a little bit closer on that 1 hour, I want to see, looks. So, if it passed below, now this is on the 1 hour, if it passed below the 50 period moving average, below that 65, and then below the super trend, actually, I'll probably just use the previous supports, from last week, so probably below 64, then that's going to be a definite, it's continuing in that downtrend. So we're right there. There's a lot of possibilities that can happen. So I'm really just trying to sit back and see what the market is showing, and then move accordingly with that. So there's a lot of things that can happen with that. So you just want to equip yourself with the. Dang it, I didn't update it again. It's okay. I always see it when I go back and edit the chapters. So even though it looks crazy on here, yeah. I mean, there's really no point now. All right, the next one, what did I say? Square. And then we're gonna wrap it up tonight because we're going skating tonight. Ooh. Do y'all hear those dogs out there going a mess? Oh, she said, shut the hell up. Hold on. This is so unprofessional. Hold on, you guys. Oh, and that's a little golden retriever too. They're normally nice. Okay, my bad, I'm back, you guys. Okay, thumbs up. Okay, last one, this is Square. Now, Square is really cute to me. I like this. Now, I really want to see what happens because I know on some of the stocks I feel bearish, but I just want to see what happens. I really like to see this little cute crossover right there. My first entry for something bullish, I would need to see it move above maybe that 76. That's right where that super trend indicator is. The MACD is moving up, but it's very, very much so in the red down here. But I mean, the histogram, I mean, we're going from -1 to a -0.7 to a negative, God, dog, we went from a -0.7 to a -0.16. I like that. I like that. So I really want to see, it's right there. It could continue in that downtrend that it's had. The RSI is a little bit high, so you really want to be careful right here. So, I mean, it's for me, going into next week, like I said, my entry, I would need to see something move above this 200 period. This is on the 4-hour time frame. That's the time frame that I like to trade on. I'm trying to get out of the 5 and the 1 minute chart. It doesn't suit me. I'm not day trading anymore for real, so I like the 4-hour and the 1 hour. But yeah, so for me, as far as something bullish, I would just really need to see it move above that 200. So it's probably like 75. But as far as something bearish, you see how it got a little bit weak. These candles, these weaker candles on Friday. So if it kind of breaks below my EMA lines right here, that would be around 71. That's actually, you could say the 5 here. So that'll probably be around 73. That would be your first signal. The second signal will be that 71. You have 4 signals here. Then you have the super trend. That's probably going to be around 70. And then even worse, if it passed below that 50 period moving average, it's done data. It's going down. So that would be around 68. So there's different levels that you can go off of for that. That's really interesting. Okay. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. Okay. There's a lot of updates going on. I know I haven't been posting as much on YouTube. I don't know if I like burn myself out. I really don't know, but I have a lot of topics that I want to talk about. I asked you guys on a poll which video you guys wanted to see more of, and so we're going to talk about how to successfully and consistently trade lower priced options. I know this is going to be really good for everybody that's in the Discord group. I haven't been doing a lot with the small trading account, I know, but this is just going to kind of be a way that you can, use options under $100. You don't have to keep getting the $300 premiums, $200 and all this other stuff. You can do cute things with lower price options. Because I know, who is that? Claire girl? Something Claire girl. Stays posting the small trading profits in the Discord. And then somebody else too, they always have small ones. I think it's Fenzes, I don't know. From the Discord group. How can I tell what? Oh, I think you guys are talking to each other. Okay, bye. Have fun. Yeah, we're going skating tonight, you guys. You have to refresh. So yeah, I will see you guys next week. We're gonna have a lot of great videos. And yeah, I could turn $40 into $400 in an SPY play just in holding long enough. Yeah, but that's okay, because that opportunity is there. So it's great that that you're picking great stocks and ETFs, and you just have to just keep getting in the zone. It's really all mental. So Sharon said, I'm scared of the $300. I don't know. I don't know, those little excellent on the small trades videos. That's what I was going to ask you. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Mac. Okay. All right, you guys. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. And so I love you guys. I will see you next week. Everybody have a great trading week. Please get your rest, drink your water. We're gonna get your trading plans together, set your limits, stop losses, all of that. And all right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.